Hello, comrades, and welcome back to Nueve Revergrad. I am Premier Rever, and I am using my ultimate powers to pause time. I went around and I looked at some things, and there's plenty of things going on, but I definitely think that I would like to keep time paused, and I came over here, and just for the sake of, I don't think there's that much going on that I could leave time paused, but I came over here and would like to talk to you guys about designing Plastichem. And I guess we could call it Chem Plastichem, but if you guys, of course, have a suggestion for a name, I would be more than happy to take it. And I think I'd like to, I'm almost having deja vu in a sense of, if you guys watch the live stream on Saturdays, you'll know that we designed an oil field and we were bringing oil tanks up, and then we had this city that's kind of splitting the oil. And we're going to do the same thing here. So if you picture people living in this general vicinity where this dirt spot is, and then we would produce chemicals over here, which I think we're doing okay with chemicals. So this isn't urgent at all. And we're really doing okay with, I think, our plastics as well. But just for the sake of getting this going, I think we'll focus on the plastics first if we run out of time. But the first step will be, I think, just to place down all of our oil rigs over in this area. You can see many, many decades ago, we planted some trees to kind of designate that area. So I am going to come here and we'll just sort of do the best we can to place these things. It's kind of nice when you know where the outline is, but there's still, it's a little hard to tell exactly where it'll absorb from. And again, I don't think we need to be too precise. All right, we want to get all the oil collected. I might turn this one this way. I don't know that it makes much difference. I don't want to overlap too much. That looks pretty good. And just keep going this way. Now, I would like to get a train. Let's go a little closer. A little further this way. Oops. All right, didn't miss too much there. Yeah, this one could probably come over this way a bit more. Yeah, not too bad. A little bit of green in there. Let's see, where would this one go? That's kind of awful orange to the south of me. Right, you could always destroy them. Right, little bit missed. There you go. And then probably one more up here, I think, just for the sake of it. Might as well not overlap it too bad. There, now these, well, this one could go this way. I don't think it matters too much. And I'll turn this one this way. I don't know if you guys can see me rotating that, but I am. Yeah, I think maybe we put this one in first. I missed a bit there. Yeah, you know what? Let's destroy this one. I think I move it just a little bit further this way, just because the other one will be depleted. Right, there we go. Missed too little. Put this one on a funny angle. That's going to be good enough. And then one more here. And we got to connect all these up. Oops. Yeah, let's, just to be precise. Just move it down a little tiny bit. Okay. All right, so there we go. So now we need to get some pipage. And we want these stations go like this. So each one of these will do 3. So we could do like those 3 together right there, right? Well, do I want to go? Well, we can loop that one into the side here. And then like these 3 could come together. And then these three here. And then those three, and I think another one. Yeah, now I'm not sure how much, if there's a limit to how many makes any sense. All right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to come here and right, and then this one. Right, and then this one, yeah. And same idea. Now the reason for raising them up so we could easily get roads underneath. I don't know where the roads attach exactly, but or hopefully we can get roads underneath. That one didn't work. Yeah, this one, you know what? I think I might just try to get away with that. Hopefully that doesn't block us too bad. All right, so there's those all attached. Let's come back over here. And we'll get this guy going. And then these three. And this guy. All right, so we probably need another one up here. And I guess all of this could just go into one tank and then get divided out of that tank. All right, so we don't actually need well, no, we don't need another pumping station. We want to make sure this guy's going the right way. So maybe like there. Now, one of the reasons I put it off to the side, and what I did here was we have railroad tracks that will be coming in. So now I also want railroad tracks like trams or something to supply people to both of these things. So I'm picturing at some point we'd have like a railroad bridge crossing this, but we would have railroad, like a rail station, just in case we ever wanted to export some of the oil, would be somewhere over here. So I'll put this off to this side. And yeah, fuel, that's a regular road related one. So let's finish with our pipes before we go. All right, so that should pump into that tank. Now, if we're going to have a railroad station, we should have a pump. But let's put the railroad station in first, because I think there's going to be, like, that's a pretty steep hill. But also, this road's kind of in the way. This road's been in my way. I didn't delete it because we built it in the last episode to be able to build these things. And I think I need to get rid of it for the moment, just because it's causing leveling issues. Yeah, let's go around to there. So yeah, let's go to railroads. And I want to, let's just see, can I, yeah, see how, I don't know if you guys can see how up and down it is. Not really. It is. You'll see in a second. It'll level the heck out of it, which I'm kind of okay with, because if we were to build a bridge, that would be fine with me, right? And it's doing a lot of that wonky stuff. Like I don't know if they change something. Yeah, I probably should put on the wire frame. Let's do that. All right, so that brought that down a lot. See, that road was causing some of that. So let's see. If we were to have a railroad station with the only purpose being to get oil out of here, fuel loading and unloading. Yeah, I don't want to block. This would be this way. Yeah, I don't want to block. Well, I guess we can go over the tracks this way, maybe. All right, here, let me level out a little bit more. And then we'll also need a road to come in here. So the only thing I don't like about this, but the road would really just be a construction road, because I don't really plan on a refinery right here. So we'll take this guy. I guess it could be pretty close. Oh, that was really crooked. Let's zoom in and take my time. It doesn't have to be square to the grid, but I kind of like it when it is. Yeah, let's come like here. I think that's plenty of room for a turn. And like I said, it could be a little closer. And then let's go back to pipes, and we'll get one of these splitter pumps, because this will pump it out like positive pumpage in a sense. All right, so that will split it. Now this one will actually go like over to Chemical Town. And then this one, yeah, we can turn these. Wish everything was this flexible in the game. All right, so that would give positive pumpage to any train sitting in there. And the other thing I'm trying to do is leave this long here, so that, because these trains tend to stick way out of this little tiny short station, so I really want to kind of leave this where we could get a train in and then have another one come back out type thing. And then this, yeah, we'll head over to Plastichem. Right? Is everything hooked up? Yes. All right, so now let's do some railroad track designing just to see. See, in other words, I want this to be like a pretty darn long run in, even to the point it might loop around funny. Now that'll be reasonably good if I can get this to go green. If not, we could take a little more off the top of the hill. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's take a little more off the top. I'm going to delete back. This is just planned anyway. So let's come from like here. That's not much, but those little bits of different can make a difference. I think that's why some people get frustrated at times, because they don't appreciate the little tiny. Yeah, so we're just going to have one train be able to come in, but then, see, that'll give us a nice long run in into that. Now we should probably talk about, right? So like what we could do is put a couple signals. So you could actually have a few trains sitting in here waiting to get oil, if that was ever a thing, which I really doubt it's going to be a thing. All right, so there's the oil coming back here, going up to Plastichem. And then, yeah, so like I'm picturing somehow this is a bit of a goalie, but that'll make a bridge over here nice and easy. So I think the next thing we should do is talk about Plastichem. Now, I don't really want to make too many more connections just because the more connections we have in here, the worse things will be. Yeah, this guy's only going in and out. But could we bring the train over this way, maybe? So there's less connections over here, but this is already kind of too busy. We'll see. And then I really was never, I'm not totally happy with how this whole thing worked out with the rail. But we'll see. So at this point, I think we should design and think about our plastics, which is pretty simple compared to a lot of them in what it needs. So it needs chemicals and oil, and that's it. So now, if we were to have trains, we could just have like a single train that came over here alongside of our passenger trains and brought in chemicals. Now, let me see. The oil certainly would want to come in this way unless we... Yeah, how would we want to do this? And then how many of these things do we want? Yeah, there's no train station on this, so I'm picturing maybe like this way. And maybe we could even bring... Yeah, I'm picturing this way now. Or would I do it like this? So the problem is getting all of... If we did too many of them, I'm trying to think about how I could connect. Maybe we just do 2 to get started, but leave them this way. So we might have a train track coming right here, so we would tend to want to go this way a little bit. And I want to leave a lot of space in front, so I might pause the video and do a little bit more leveling, especially if this takes a while. So what I'm thinking is that the outgoing comes here. Now this is going to be plastic, so it needs to go into a warehouse. So the question I have now is, can I straddle a storage? See, I'm going to have to put it further away. And let's go back to here. Now again, if we ever thought we wanted to needed more, we'll try to leave this. Yeah, so we would go this way. Leave enough room to get that road out of the other one. And then let's make sure we can connect these guys up. Yes, and this would definitely will. Good, so that we could get trains in and out of here. Like I said, I might pause the video and level that a little bit. And then what I'm hoping is, can I get... Yeah, see, the problem with doing this, well, we'd have to leave it definitely long. Could I get a bridge? Let's just make sure these connect first. All right, so we need at least a little road bridge to get into that road connection. And I think, can these pipes go over that? Like if we were to, let's just run this guy. Good, he's up in the, too long. Oh, okay. Go back a little bit. Give him a pumping station. Save the game. There we go. All right, let's try it again. Oop. Yeah, let's go up in the air, because why not? Just almost never hurts you to be up in the air. I hate to put these in. Okay, good to know. All right, so let's get another. Yeah, I'm definitely going to pause at some point here. And yeah, see, I don't like to put these in too soon, because then you end up. Oop, not that. Yeah, we'll do. You know what, I'm going to do this a bit before I put this in. Here we go. hopefully that's not in the way of anything. Is that heading the right way? Yeah. There we go. I need another pumping station here, don't I? Yeah, like maybe there. Okay, so these railroad tracks would just come in and out this way. These railroad tracks that would come from, like, to get people in. So that's the other. And then these railroad tracks would, well, be coming into here. So let's start setting that up a bit. So this would be a railroad track that would come from Chemical Town. And yeah, I think I may do a little leveling. Right, so something like, you're not going to let me do that. You get the idea. That's going to be chemicals, just one train. I don't even know if we would do double track, but one train that could bring chemicals from over here. Now, if we don't fire up the chemicals, we won't be able to fire up the plastic. But then the other thing we would want, well, let's see, let's just keep going. But that would be good, right? We'd have chemicals coming in, oil coming in. Let's finish these. Yeah, let's put some building in the way. This is just a pumping station, not that it can't catch fire, but and see what I'm thinking of is the more I think, well, we're going to need a road over to here. Could we get a road? It's going to be awful tight to get a road through here. Yeah, that's not going to work. I mean, I think I could get one. This way. That, yeah. Come on. Jeez, Louise. Yeah, that's it's a little longer than I was picturing. I mean, to the point I might even want to. You know, can I get a road? I can't get a road under there. Let's destroy this a little bit and see if I can't. Yeah. Well, let's see. So this would want to be a walking road. Let's get it. Can I go under this one? No. Yeah, right there. Is that going to attach? Please. You know what? Do I need it to? No, as long as people could. Right, the whole purpose of that is to get people to walk there more than anything. I don't know, but I need to do construction too, don't I? Here, let's see, can we get that for a second? Can I destroy? I was afraid it would get rid of the whole thing. Yeah, I'm not really liking that. Well, let me fiddle with this and let me level out a little bit of area, and then I will come back and we'll keep proceeding, because I'd like to get a good amount of this, including maybe even some of the city being built, because it's actually more important to get the city going first, I think, just for the purposes of people being close for construction. So I will be back in a minute after I've fiddled with this bridge a bit more. See you in a second. Okay, leveled it out a little bit more, so I think it looks a little better around this. And then I went to place down the tram station, I guess you'd call it, train station for passengers, and it sort of messed this up. So I went back to like the really shortest possible bridge I could make. There you go. Thank you, game save. And then these are all walkie roads, so I kind of, just wanted to show you I drew this long, and then I want to come in here and delete these extra bits because they don't need to be walking roads, even if we do use them. So then like this, right, and then that. So this is a walking road with sidewalks all the way over to here to the train station. Let's just take our handy dandy measuring tool. Yeah, 170, given, that it's not a dead straight path, that should still be close enough for them to walk into the other plastics factory. So I'm thinking two of them. I mean, we've been surviving on one. I don't see why two wouldn't be more than enough. Then I put this guy in, and then I also leveled down into here a bit. This road, we might have to cut that back a little bit, depending on how we want to attach this up. But I thought, like I said, I'd like to get... We can do other episodes where we tie up the loose ends like we've done in the past. But I think I like the way this is laying out so far. Now, I guess the best thing to do will be... This is a paved road, probably... Yeah, see, this is where the bridge is, right here. So if I were to do another paved road, it would probably... Like, if I ever did want to have a truck coming in there to get... Well, no, if a truck wanted to come in and get plastics, it would come from here. All right, we delete this little bit, I think. Well, let's see. Would we want... Yeah, like this, we'd probably want a road up to here from there, or do we want to go out this way, or maybe both? Yeah, it's probably not going to like this. There, let's delete this again. And I'll just do a little bit more leveling. That's kind of a lot more than I was thinking. There you go. Just so it looks a little bit better when we're done. So it doesn't look like the road's right on the side of a cliff. Right, and then this road could come like that. And leave it on a little bit of an angle. Right, so if we ever wanted to have trucks to go get plastic, we could. Now, most of this plastic, we would want it available for export, but we really just need it into here. Mechanical, where are we getting our plastic? Oh, there it is, here. So really, we just really want them to be able to get, man, that's really getting on the loop here, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. All right, so we're going to worry about that a little bit later, but that'll be our outgoing plastics, and we got a road if we decided to do trucks. And I think, yeah, I definitely, I hate to undo road that we just did, but let me, best thing to do would be, oops. Just take some of that hump away. Right. And then this. Okay. Well, let's make it look decent. Won't take that long. There we go. A little bit of a bendy road, but that's okay. So now this... Yes, we're going to have a railroad track across here. I don't want to cross the tracks too many times, but we can then probably come around this building. And then I think the road could go right in the middle of these two. Come on. All right, and then this. Yeah, let's delete that. As a matter of fact, this is just the pumping station, so we'll make this a gravel road. Oops, building in the way. Okay. No trucks will ever go on there. And then we got this one's attached, this one's attached. These need to be attached, but let's get this railroad done first. So this will be, and I leveled out a little bit more. There we go. So that'll be our trains coming back. All right, so this could be the trains coming in. Yeah, so kind of would like to jump over it right here. All right, just make this a little bit up, and then we can flatten it a bit, or not. Oops. Then this would go up a bit. And let's use the old-fashioned leveling tool to sort of just smooth some of the rough edges. It'd be nice if there was like a directional, like where you could just level it out side to side. But the old tool worked. You're better off with the road tool at that point, though. There we go. Good enough. All right, so probably want to pull this. I'm thinking like right here. Yeah, a little closer. I think that's a fairly decent looking turn. All right, so tracks in and out for those, and then we'll do a little rail bridge, which hopefully will jump right over there nicely. Hill causing obstruction. Okay, well, let's... All right, now, oh, geez. Okay. It looked good on paper. Yeah, let's see. So can we go from like here? And hopefully we can duplicate that. Yes. All right, so there's our passenger trains coming in. And then this, let's delete back a little bit of this to like say there. Let's start bringing this one over this way. Let me do a prefab bridge. Can I make you the same exact length? Yes. And then level this up a bit. Try to do the same thing. And then this train will just go like straight on across. Let's see, how does that... Yeah, we definitely want to sort of level this up a bit, don't Oops. Let's see what that looks like if we put a rail bridge in there. And this would just be a single track at this point, right? Try to make them all pretty close to the same length. A little worried about that right there, but it worked. I'm definitely worried about this. Let's angle. Come on. Yeah, that worked out pretty nice, considering I couldn't see where that track was at first. So this, I'm not too worried about trucks. I mean, this will mostly be for construction. It'll look nice too. And then this one will cut across. Oosh, yeah. Okay, let's. The road leveling tool, I don't want to say it's better, but it's a little wider. So when you level with the roads, it just does a little bit bigger area. What? Kind of taking away a mountainside, aren't we? And then this one will just have this. The road will come down here, and the other railroad track, of course, will. A little bit of Rocky Mountain there. There we go. All right, so this railroad, probably could have done the road while I had it open. Shoot straight down into here, and that will go in to get chemicals out of here. And we're going to make that straight. Oh, don't delete that. Can't really see. There we go. Is that straight? Yeah. Pretty close anyway. All right, so now road. I think the road's relatively straight. Yeah, let's do this a little bit. And the reason I do this too, I think it looks better, but also if you ever decide to level again, if you didn't level next to the road, it's really hard to get it to be level. And it doesn't really take that long to get this a little bit wider and nicer looking. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't want to make that too drastic. All right, keep those a little bit far apart so that in case you want to bring roads, you don't get into a fist fight with each other. So there we go. So passengers can get picked up from here. You know, we can have a road that, again, is not going to be the most used road we've ever built. But that sort of starts to set up where and how we would do Plastichem, right? We have this road coming up into here. Let me just do a little level action there. So this one, I think that's straight-ish. You know, I won't like this. Say too close if we try to bring that across there. So at least I think it will. All right, so now how are we going to do this town? Like I said, I'd like to get this, at least this part done. Then we can worry about the chemicals later. Though thinking about it, we really kind of need to get it all going in one shot. So we still have some time in the episode. We should be able to at least plop down a bit of a town. Now, how many chemicals? Like these guys to make, these guys need 1.2 chemicals. I'm thinking, you know, we probably try to do our chemicals a little bit more, not more than we have here, but I'm thinking, again, maybe we do it in a way that's not going to ruin it. But these need 1.2 chemicals per day, and these need, oops, where is it? We have to come, plastic tin. Our other plastic is over here. And these need 10 chemicals. Now, those 10 chemicals get us 15 plastics. So it's, if you look, this needs 1.5 plastics. So if the, you know what, I just thought of something too. The plastics, no, never mind. I'm sorry. So really it's like one chemical per one of these, right? Because if we put 1.5 plastics, we would get 1.5 plastics here if we just did one chemical. So it's sort of the same thing as 2.5 chemicals. And I'm thinking if we go back to look at various industries, right, or oil industries, chemical 0.5, so we'd probably want 5 of these, if not 6. And the reason I'm worried about that now, even though I don't want to do the chemicals, yeah, and I think I might set it up kind of similar to how I over here with kind of like truck heavy. Get 6 of them over here. Let's just plop one down so we can look at it. Let's zoom way in. Yeah, so this would be the oil coming in from the back. Yeah, I'd have to think about that more. But the real reason I even wanted to look that up was maximum number of workers, 50. So if we said we needed, like, just to start out, 300 workers, right? 6 of them times 3 shifts would be like 900 people. Right? So then when it comes to our plastics, can I get plastics through here? No. So the plastics needs 100 per day, and then there's 2 of them, so that's 200 times 3 is 600. Right, 3 shifts. So we're talking about a town of 1,500 people. And let's go take a look at our buildings, our houses. And we could do, you know, I don't really have, I like to go with the bigger ones. Or, and let's go back to my favorite. This would be like the last town we designed. So let me go back to my favorite little setup. So what I'm thinking of is usually you can get like 3 of these in a row and they'll work. Maybe we can try to do it a little bit. You know, each one of these holds what? 75. So if we did like, let me zoom in. That's too close. I want to stay a little bit far off those. All right, so if we did 1, leave a little space in between, 2, 3. So that's 300, right? And we're gonna, well, yeah, I don't want to build a road yet, but we'll come to like here. By the way I'm trying to line these up is with the arrows, because otherwise it's like really like the road arrow. Otherwise it's like really hard to get them at all lined up. There you go. I think that's pretty lined up. All right, so that would be 600 people there. Now we're going to need some extra people. But what I'm thinking then is let's do some road. You know, like this will have a road coming down this way. Yeah, I think maybe right on that line there. Right, so that'll be a line that way, and then I don't think we need anything too fancy, but let's get equipment for citizens. Now, I plan on doing like the same thing like right over here. So we have, this little section and maybe another little section, and that'll keep them, far enough away from anything. And then, the only problem with, well, I wonder, let's see, let's just do something else real quick. If I were to put a train station, let's square that up a bit. I think that's kind of square. All right, a little bit further maybe, just so I can get the road and a signal in there if I had to. All right, so then, oops, I missed. Right, so that would be the train. Now the question is, can at least all these people? 191, yeah, I mean, as long as we have a pretty good way for them to get there, I think that should work. All right, so this is like 1, 2, 3 blocks. I think I may pause again and just level up, or I don't know, it might not take that long to level. Let's start leveling while I'm thinking about it and talking about it. So what I'm thinking of doing is trying to put another road to make it look sort of symmetric and nice. So now what I'm doing is just sort of trying to find the level out here. It's getting kind of steep. Yeah, a little bit further because I don't want to put this row of houses. Level up this way. Now, one of the problems that I'm seeing sort of immediately is I'd like to make a loop around for this. So I want to make sure that they're coming back. Like, I don't care how long it takes the train to get back so much as I care about how long it takes to get there. I don't like that. All right, so let's do this. So now this is a walking road. It's like 2 blocks off the end of that station. There's like 2 blocks off the end of this station. Or, you know what I mean? Maybe. All right, so now that would set up these houses. And we'll do the same, my favorite flats. Now let's see, where are we at? We're on this row right here. So can I just do D? Just again, it doesn't have to be that exact. All right. And then now this will be, let's see, where are we at here? Down on this row. Oops, I kind of missed with that one a little bit. That's all right. All right, so then we'll have another road here. So let's see, that's 300 in each of those. I don't want to attach that just yet. So 300 in each of these rows. So 600 and 600 is 1,200. And we probably need 1,500. Now the problem with this is that we're not going to get enough people into here unless we did some more up this way. So this is, let's do another row of houses because this will give us another 300, which I think all of these houses are going to be close enough to get to this station. At least I sure hope they are. And again, if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. But then what I'm thinking, you know what? I want to get a road in between. I'm going to delete this one back for a second, just so I can make it all white like that. All right. So then we can come like that. And that might as well be a walking road too. We can delete these two little bits off the end. And then we can have like footpaths, even though it's a little bit of overkill. Footpaths. All right. That look half decent, so that this will sort of maximize it out. And then we'll have houses. If I put 3 more houses, that would give me 15. Yeah, I hate the fact that these things. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll go this way. We might have to redo this road. Yeah, it's better to do it this way, maybe. I wonder if I could do 4 houses in here. Yeah, we'll do 3. I think it might look a little bit better. All right, it's a lot of little breakups in that thing. But there you go. Look, we got the footpaths we wanted. I might just leave that go because it's so complicated. And then, so that's, you know, each one of these sets is 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough people. And then what I'm thinking of is we put our entertainments in general here. We could put, yeah, we'll talk about kindergartens and stuff, but we could put our entertainments and whatnot in here. So the first thing I think we need to do is get a shopping center. I think I would do it this way. No. Yeah, I think we could do it this way. Let's keep it close. I think that'll be close enough for everybody. And we'll have a footpath that goes back there. Let's real quick jump over here. Make sure we can get our road cargo station in. All right, good. So now what I'm thinking of is probably should just make it a walking road. Yeah, you know, I'm going to need to make town a little bit bigger. Yeah, if we went from like, no, well, yeah, there you go. All right, and then this could just be a paved road where the trucks come in. All right, so all of that just for that, but that's probably the most important thing. And then do we give them, yeah, you know, more paved road, at least up to a certain point. Yeah, that's fine. I think I need to go off and do some leveling. And we'll need to get like a firehouse in here and kindergartens. So what I'm thinking of is, how far away? Let's do cinema. We'll do 2 cinemas, but I think I'm going to pause it because we're running low on time. And what I'll do is I'll level up enough space to put like 2 cinemas here. We could do like another row of houses, and then I'm thinking some kind of like schools. We could probably have a school on either side. I need to make sure that we can get, and then maybe kindergartens kind of all over the place. All right, but I think what I would need to do, let me level out this section, and I just don't want to take that time up during the recording here, but yeah, does that make sense? So we'll get cinema here, cinema there. We'll see about school and whatnot. Maybe we'll even, yeah, well, let's get the area leveled, and then I'll be right back. Okay, that was quite a bit of leveling for a little area, but we got it. And I know there's a lot of you like towns not to be that level, but I like my towns to be level. If you guys don't know that by now. All right, so let's see. I want to get out the handy dandy measuring tool. and just get an idea. Yeah, see, I think if we have stuff right here and then more stuff right here, see, that's going to be too far to get all the way across town. But I'm thinking, can I get, I think I'm more, since I left, the thing I thought about as being more important would probably be to get a school in here. So let's, you know, we will do some more, oops, let's delete that little bit and that little bit. And then let's turn this way so we can make it a little bit straight. Now, I don't know if we want to be boxed in like this. All right, so we have our shopping should be close enough for everybody. Then I'm thinking we have like 2 schools. One here. I just wanted to make sure that could attach to the road. And then we'll spin that guy around and put like the other one like right here. All right, so that's 2 schools. Now, we don't have any kindergartens, but I want to hold off on that. And I don't want to, I guess we could do Communist Party headquarters, but will that fit in there? How does this, well, technical university, yeah, that's not going to quite fit in there. So I guess we'll probably go with a technical university, though I'd probably have to level that. So yeah, I think I kind of would like that in the middle of things. Now, the other thing we could do is just have it at the end. Well, let's not worry about that. We'll put a university over here eventually, but not this episode, right? Because I have to do some level, and I could do that in between the episodes. I want to kind of end this one, not go too far over. So let's go back here. Equipment, cinema. Let's square that up a little bit. I want to leave enough room for a walking path. Well, we don't really need a walking path like there. Now let's build this road a little. Now we can run this long without too much damage. And I know we don't have any sports yet. There we go. So there's cinema, and like if we take our measuring tool, say they'll be well within range no matter what. And then we talked about, I want to get 3 more houses in that sort of match these houses, but also this will give us the extra people we need to be able to do. That kind of square. All right, 1, 2, 3. They're not really square, are they? No. Let's square them up real nice. As a matter of fact, let's redo this road, because otherwise it's going to fight with us like the whole way, because it's already got those. It's already got the connection. I'm going to delete it again after I do this, but again, I want to make sure they're not too close to it. Yeah, so let's. Is that or that? I guess this. And 1 in the middle, and then 1 here. Okay, like I said, I'll probably redo these roads again. So that means our technical university will come out here, but what I'm thinking of is, you know what we can do? Let's see about, oops. Right, and then let's, Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go for it. Education. Well, we could even do like a medical university if I leveled. Or maybe we won't go for it. This thing's not exactly square, is it? No, but just like I think that would go pretty nicely. I might even be able to squeeze the roads past it. Yeah, so I'll level up some more, at some point in the future, and we'll put a university out here. I'm not going to promise you when. And then kindergartens. Let's get. I'm thinking we do like a kindergarten here. Yeah, it's a little awkward. Right, roads won't be exactly perpendicular now. How far away are these? Not too bad. I think, if we need another one just for the sheer number of people, we'd probably put them on the sides of the university down here, like here and here. And then something we definitely want up this way, which could be over here, I think, because nothing's going to go in the middle here, would be a fire station. And probably a hospital. We could talk about where the hospital would go. Yeah, I like that because then it should have good coverage for a lot of stuff. This road could go down into here to protect, because we still have to build that whole road down that way, but we're sort of running out of time here in the episode. All right, so before we quit, let's just do. Yeah, we don't have any sports yet, so I think we really just need to not be in a rush. Yeah, what I'm thinking of is I probably need to level out a little bit more. We can get a hospital in here. I'd like to leave enough room that I could, like I said, get a kindergarten down here if I had to. We got our cinema, school. So the next episode's a Saturday summary, but this will also give us like quite a bit to work on while we do our Saturday summary. I guess the other thing we could do is make sure we can get a road. This should just be, yeah, see that's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? All right, let's delete some of this back, and we're just going to. So that could be a little lower there. And then this could be a little higher. Yeah, because we could do some more leveling after we got past there. So let's do that. Right, again, really just for construction purposes. Probably doesn't even need to be a paved road. But we do need to get a road down into here. Yeah. And I think I'll stop the paved road. Can I just run that long? Well, we talked about getting oil. Yeah, let's make this a paved road just for the sake of trucks could theoretically come in here to get oil. We're at that point where we've got so much of everything. And so then I would delete this back. And we'll do this. Can I get through there? No. But I can get through here. All right, and then you can get attached here, and you are going to be awkward. So we'll do a bunch of paved roads into here, but we'll do that in probably the next episode. And we probably have like another designing episode. We'll see if we can get away with playing time or not. But get all the roads connected into there. And the reason I just did that is because we'll play time during the Saturday summary and let some of this stuff get built. Cool. Well, let me know what you guys think. But this will get us some plastic. Now, as far as future goes, yeah, we're kind of up against it. I don't know how much more we could expand this. We probably definitely could do more chemicals, and it's probably good because I'm not worried about more than 2 plastics. I think we're going to be fine. And if we did want to ramp up the chemicals, there's kind of plenty of room in this area. And I think we could, maybe even expand our town further into here if we had to get more and more people. To get that. We could also, I think that would be good. I think this will be absolutely fine. Let's turn off the wireframe. There you go, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Like I said, let me know what you think of this plan. Quite a bit we got planned in one hour episode, right? 1 hour and 5-10 minutes, whatever. Okay, guys. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.